Yes, sir. All right, fellas, this is going to be an interesting topic right here because living in this Western civilization, it is frowned upon, very much so frowned upon, for a man to even consider having two women in order. Let's think about it for a quick second. If every man on this earth, well, just put it to right now into the US of A, if every man in this country was monogamous, do you understand how many single women, how many miserable women there would be? How many lesbians there would be? How many times have a brother been in a relationship and he had side relations with a female and she already knew that he was in a relationship? Let's just keep it funky. Majority of men in this country are practicing polygyny without practicing polygyny. Let's keep it funky. Because a lot of brothers, it's just not in your nature just to have more than one woman when there are more women on the planet. Especially dealing with so called blacks. When you got brothers getting locked up, becoming homosexual, and getting killed every other day, the odds are in your favor. But not everybody should have more than one woman. That's why it's just stipulated to those that can have a plan and maintain some order and some structure, especially when it comes down to economics. Because not only do so-called black men average out about 20,000 to 40,000 a year, the woman, for the most part, might make more than them. They might have kids. Now you're bringing them into a situation. Shit is gonna hit the fan eventually to where all these women that bitch about men and all that situation, they're gonna be lucky to be a second or a third wife. But we living in a world where women get congratulated if they have more than one man. And you just have to scratch your head and ask, does that shit even make any sense at all? And no, it does not, bro. No woman is supposed to be getting ran through, period, point blank, unless it's by one man, period. There's nothing cool about it. All these beta males that's sitting in the comment section and they don't give a damn. They just happy that a woman will fuck with them. Leave the scraps for them. Leave all the moms that can't get anybody. Leave all the overweight broads that can't get anybody. Leave all the mental broads that can't get anybody to these beta males and simpletons. Let them have them. Akon right here, he's from Africa. They have different cultures out there to where men have multiple wives. But we just think men want to have multiple wives because you just want to have sex with multiple women and just boast about it, poke your chest out and shit like that. But then you have other individuals that actually have a plan in mind. When you're thinking about economics, structure, keeping your kids at the house, family values and shit like that. Now that brings something to the discussion.
It's impossible for a man to be monogamous. It's not. It's not in his nature.
Is it possible for a woman to be monogamous too?
One
I
hundred
think it's
percent.
all a choice.
It's a woman. It's in a woman's nature to be monogamous. The only time a woman goes outside of that is when she's deeply damaged or hurt.
Did y'all know that, Heather and Tree?
That
The girls are quiet right now because they know it's true. The only time a girl goes out and runs through dudes is when she's trying to shed that energy off her, when she's been heartbroken or when she's going through some traumatic event and some shit and she can't pop any more antidepressants, so she thinks that she could fill the void with multiple D's and multiple penises inside of her. That's not gonna work, girl. Not only are you running up your mileage, your shit is stretched out and the next man is gonna be dealing with damaged goods when all you have to do is just check in with the therapist. Period.
You know, a lot of people in my past that I wasn't hurt.
Me too. That's the Me Too movement right
actually
there.
really happy.
That's the real Me Too. Fuck that. I wasn't hurt, nigga. I was getting mine.
Listen.
This masculine ass mammoth right here is the problem with the so-called black community, bro. We got so many sisters out here that want to be a nigga. Be you. Be feminine. Who the hell out here wants to be talking to some masculine broad? Me too. I'm getting mines. Fuck that. I got my niggas over here and I got my niggas over there. I tell my nigga to grab me a beer out the fridge and open it. Or matter of fact, I tell him just pass me it and I'ma open it with my molars. Yo. too many masculine bras out here trying to imitate dudes, and it's just not in your nature. That's why everybody living in this Western civilization is losing their bananas, bro.
There's another
That's
TED
deeply
talk that needs
damaged.
to happen.
That ain't damage. That's
That's
the
damage.
game.
That's damage.
That-
Listen, can I tell you something about women?
Okay.
No,
shit.
this is my experience.
Okay.
And I could
Tell her, eh?
tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay. A woman just don't wake up one day and say, I'm gonna fuck that nigga.
That's not true.
They don't. Women don't do that.
It depends. I think it moves. I think
It depends on the characteristics. Is she a thotty or is she a lady? That's it. Period. Point blank.
it
To
moves
me,
in chapters.
no, it
Let
doesn't.
him say his
A
thing and
woman-
then y'all come back.
All right.
Her nature isn't, she's not savage by nature. Men are. Women aren't. Women are loving, conditional, and one thing about them, they want to share that moment with someone they really truly love. Now, at the moment where they feel like that person doesn't exist, yeah, they're gonna search. But it's not in their nature to just wake up one day and say, oh, he's sexy, I'm fucking him. No, she's not gonna do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Tracy.
So the panel of estrogen will speak. Go
okay,
ahead,
go
Heather.
ahead. Y'all go first. Okay.
Whenever the panel of estrogen, these goofy ass females, these liberal lunatics always want to speak. They speak to a selection of the same like-minded individuals. There's never any males in the comment sections or any males that's actually spending their time to listen to what the fuck a female got to say about relationships because they have nothing to say. They go off of the emotions. He called them damaged, and they don't think that they're damaged when you got out of a bad relationship, and now you want to run through dudes because you feel bad or because you think another D can make you feel better, bro. That's just not how it's gonna roll.
I think, and I'm going back to as a single female.
How long you been single?
She's not.
I'm not single. When I was single, I've
Would
been
you
married.
Would you do that now?
I'm married now. No, I have a commitment.
You just said, you just proved my point.
No. What I'm saying, I don't want to break the vow that I made. So I've been married 18 years faithfully.
The odds of you breaking that vow is slim to none. The odds of him breaking that vow is more than natural.
That's not true. What I'm trying to say to you is that kind of thinking is how I think a lot of men get got.
Hello.
I think men think that women are not savages by nature. We're not greedy, I don't think, by nature, but you might wake up and say, I'm going to fuck him maybe one time and I'm going to never go back and I'm going to never get caught with that. But men have this thing where they go back and that's how they get sloppy and they get caught. And we more like an in and out, and we leave a lot of dudes damaged and hurt because you sitting there thinking, she's so cool, whatever, it ain't in her nature to do that. No, it's in our nature.
Nah, it's not in your nature, man. Stop that bullshit, yo. And I can't believe she really saying that shit with a straight face, man. That's why you can't take these females serious, bro. These females do that detachment so they don't get attached. They thinking that they hurting somebody's feelings or they butt hurt somebody. Nah, it's because you're scared of getting hurt. That's why you bouncing before the brother could get tired of you. Cut the bullshit. It's not in your nature to be fucking multiple brothers, bro. That's just not how it was ever supposed to be made. You're not a savage. It's not in you. If you're such a savage, go out in the woods and go hunt something if you feel like you're a savage. Come on, dude. You just gotta listen to what these females say, and you just have to understand that they're just brainwashed. Like, it's not in your nature to do that. It's in your nature to be a woman, to be ladylike. And how is it ladylike to feel like you're a savage? It doesn't make any sense. And this dialect, this rhetoric, these conversations only happen amongst so-called black individuals. You don't hear these conversations amongst any Far East Asians, Indians, Hispanics, anybody else, bro. Nobody talks about who's a savage. Only us. We have these retarded conversations, bro.
It's not.
Okay.
I disagree.
No,
I honestly
she just gave you the
But, bro.
sneakiest game ever right there.
But you gotta understand, that's
My experience.
today's way of thinking.
Okay.
Because women were taught to think different. Now, what she's talking about is what she was pushed to do because of her experiences with men.
Okay.
So, no, listen. Hold on. Listen, and I can guarantee you right now, if we
Okay.
do a toll,
Okay.
There'll be more women agreeing with what I'm saying now than what she is.
Open
now,
the phone
she's
lines.
She's part of a different basket.
Okay.
Okay?
Part of a different basket.
You're part of a different basket.
Okay, what's my basket?
I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend you.
You can't offend me.
Okay.
Well, go easy, man. I don't want you
No.
to either. Okay.
I don't want to offend her because it's not a direct opinion from me. I'm just saying from my experience. I'm only speaking for me now. I'm not speaking for every man in here.
Okay.
I'm talking from my experience. There's 3 type of women. Okay. I mean, if I'm wrong, it's cool. Let's debate. Let's debate about it because this is where I feel like we all should get to
Have
know
these
each other.
conversations.
Let's
Because
talk.
I felt that the reason why it's a man's world is because men took more time to understand women than women took to understand men.
Wow.
Okay. Kedar, don't run out the room, by
It's
the way.
100% true. Because first of all, women has always been smarter than men.
Okay. I agree with
We
that.
all know that.
Okay.
That's up for debate.
Mentally, way stronger than us. Physically, we may have that, but mentally, they got us.
Emotionally, way beyond
Right?
us. Okay.
Right? Stronger, smarter, and there's 15 women for every one man on this earth. So you guys outnumber us. There's no reason on earth it should be a man's world with that kind of odds against us. Outside of the fact that we just know more about you than you know about us. Oh, shit. It's just, that's all it is.
Okay.
And because we know that, we utilize that to control them.
Now, Heather's saying you think you know more about us,
But
you really don't.
proof is in the pudding.
Okay.
What's the
What's
pudding?
the pudding?
The pudding
what
is-
flavor's the pudding?
The pudding is what we see every day in reality TV, real life, in schools, at work, at the bar, at the restaurant, on websites, social media. Do we need to keep going? I know he's pandering a little bit with the characteristics to sugar her up to make her feel better, but Akon know that half of the shit that he said was bullshit. Period, point blank. It's not in their nature, bro.
Still a man's world, and we control it.
We got Chris on the line from Cincinnati.
Controlling who? Like, I don't. No. But see, this is.
everybody.
Wait,
Hey, Chris, let's hear
listen to Chris. Chris, go ahead, Chris. Jump in on that.
I got a question and I got a comment about this, this female thing. I mean, some females, it basically depends on the guy because the female, they can be all into the guy, but if they find out the guy is the dog, then she gonna turn into a savage.
Absolutely.
So,
she gotta be
some
pushed
females,
what I'm telling you.
they can be, straight up honest, straight up all into the guy that they're in, but as soon as that guy break that, you know what I mean, it's a wrap.
100%.
It's just a wrap. It's whatever.
Okay. All right.
women gotta be
Chris,
pushed to it.
So, Chris, you agree with Akon?
Yeah, I agree with Akon.
Okay, that's
To an
fine.
extent.
You're a citizen. You're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Now, you said 3 kind of women. Did he name the 3? Did you name the 3?
No, I was
one.
getting to it.
Let me hear the other 2.
Okay.
Okay.
First, you got women that are just natural mothers. This is just who they are. There's nothing you can get them out of it. Then you got women who are just straight hoes.
Okay.
That's just who they are. You can't get them out of it. Then you got women who are both. Mothers and hoes. They start off as mothers, then they push to being hoes.
Or they would, might of fact, have started off as hoes, became a mother, then still went down the path of being a hoe. Like, let's be honest, we know a combination of everybody that he just named. And he's absolutely correct when he says that a lot of women are pushed into the lifestyle that they choose, especially in modern day dating and everything. With social media and the amount of options that the individuals have, they feel like they could be picky as they want. They could walk over this dude to go to a dude they're basically going to get ran through. The cycle continues, rinse and repeat.
Okay. What you get?
What are the 3 types of men?
What?
There's only one type of man.
Oh. No spectrums
No, it's not.
for human existence.
Well, actually, there's 2 types of men.
Okay.
Straight and gay.
Wow. That has been such danger.
Facts. And a lot of people are not even going to be feeling that situation. But, dude, like, you can't even say that you're 2 types of men, but a lot of people might not like that comment. But, like, you're a homosexual male. Put it like that. Can't be a man and be gay. Can't be a man getting bent over, bro. We not, yo, that's another story for another day. That's not what the video is about, but facts.
Rhetoric for y'all forever. That is
Yeah.
so weaponizing. That's bad.
And then the other one is the one in the middle.
Who's he? Who's the guy in the middle?
Very
Killing
limiting.
distance. The one that really can't decide.
Let me
The ones that really can't decide.
bisexual.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ain't no such thing as bisexual, yo. You're either straight or gay. All these terms to make everybody feel better and put themselves in the category so they could try to lead amongst a bunch of other fucking misled a bunch of other unhappy, unstable individuals. Like we had pansexual, homosexual, cisgender. Where did all these terms come from, bro? In 2007, all I knew about was bisexual, and people only let that shit rock with women. You know what I mean? Only woman was using that term. I'm bisexual because she kissed a girl. She might have gotten eaten out or whatever. So now she's bisexual. Can't no man in today's world walk these streets and say I'm bisexual. I don't give a shit what anybody else says. If you a man and I ever heard you say that you're bisexual, I'm gonna say, bro, you're just gay. Period, point blank. You have gay thoughts. That means you're gay. You're not bisexual. That's cool. You know what I mean? You got some ass, whatever, from a female, but you're still gay, bro. I don't give a damn about any of the ideologies or the rhetoric anybody wants to spread. Period.
There's no such thing as a bisexual
You said in the
man.
middle. So what do you mean by the middle?
That's the ones that's born with two genders. That's
okay.
not really their choice.
Okay.
But there's no such thing as a bisexual man. Like, you don't get credit for fucking a bitch. You're supposed to fuck a girl. So if you fuck a guy, you're just gay. There's no. That's just.
Hey, all right, yeah, we're going to jump out of
No
that.
gender.
I mean, you don't get credit for having sex with a woman. You're supposed to.
Hey, man.
I got.
Give a round of applause for Akon, man.
And his thinkings and his teachings.
We're going to jump out of that right now, okay? And not for nothing, there's a lot of women calling agreeing with him.
Cause
There
I'm
should
telling
be
you,
women. There's the spectrum.
Because
Of course there
women
should be
aren't
women.
born savages. Women, listen, women bring the love that men don't.
Why you have
That's
to
the
be
difference. There's roles that people ignore in life. Women have a role to play and men have a role to play.
But why do
the
you
problem
have-
today is women are trying to play the role of men, and it doesn't work.
I agree with that. But why do you have to be a savage if you're a single woman and you find a man attractive or physically attractive, and if you want to sleep with him, why does that make you a savage? And it makes you just a man if you find several women attractive and you want to sleep with them.
Because men are natural breeders by nature. We're brought on this earth to breed and produce. That's our job.
That's your purpose?
That's our purpose.
I thought you said music was your purpose too.
No,
Why is it
music
so
is my
limited?
passion. Music is my.
It will be the goofball to ask some question, just like your typical liberal, not listening to the words that he's saying, which anybody with a brain and common sense could understand what he's saying and agree or disagree simply based on your beliefs. Men are here to procreate. We're here to spread our seed. We're here to be fruitful. Women, they receive our energy. They receive our seed. They spread their legs for love. When a woman cheats on you, that's how you know it's over, because she spreads her legs and she got the energy from another man. That's why men be heartbroken, but hurt, because they know for her to spread her legs, there has to be something there. Meanwhile, you're just a man scratching your itch, and then you wanted to just bust a nut real quick because it's just in your nature, bro. Like he said, we're outnumbered by women. If every man on this planet was to be monogamous, where would all the other women be? You're going to tell me they're going to be scissoring? Every other one would not be lesbian. So we have to really ask these simple questions. Who's really pushing this monogamous rhetoric? I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. One wife, one girl is more than a handful. But there's individuals out here walking this earth that have more than one female in the household, more than 10, 20, 30 children in the household, making it work because they have structure, because they have order, and they have a plan. But a lot of people can't seem to fathom that because that's just way out of their imagination. You feel me? They don't think that far. They can't think that much out of the box. They're simple-minded and they only want to listen to what they see on Disney, hear on news, these little goofy-ass daytime talk shows and shit, and they think that's the way of life. Well, to each his own.
Passion. There's a
Okay.
difference.
Reproduction.
I'm talking
Okay.
about life's purpose.
So then,
Now, a woman's purpose is to receive, conceive, and actually nurture.
you
That's
know
a
you
woman's
can make
purpose.
sperm out of bone marrow, right?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
that just doesn't. I mean, a bone marrow don't have no purpose.
So men are breeding.
I'm talking about men and women right
So
now.
men are breeding single. So single men are breeding and single women are hoeing.
No, I'm not saying that.
So, well, I'm just saying, if you want to have sex with more than one man and you're not in a relationship,
I'm just saying
you said it's not by something
it's
you're
not
damaged
it's
somewhere.
not in a woman's nature to just have sex with more than one man like that.
Okay.
It's just not in their nature. Like,
That's why back in the day, the words that you used to say, you know what I mean? Or what they try to say, quote unquote, slut shame. That's why all those talks was so necessary back in the day, because as a woman, you're supposed to value your body, bro. You're supposed to value what's between your legs. Like, not anybody's supposed to just come through and just be able to jump in and splash whenever they feel like it. But there are individuals like that, and let's just call them what they are. Their thoughts, their hoes. It is what it is. You chose that path. If you want to be a lady, come out here, look for a man. Turn him into a husband. Turn yourself into a wife. Have some children. Be the biggest hoe for your husband. But a lot of these women watch what they see on social media and all these other TV shows and movies that are no good, no entertainment at all, no knowledge. And then they just go ahead and try to imitate that nonsense. And it's just not in your nature. That's why there's mad depressed women. Antidepressants. Mad bras are drinking mad wine and smoking weed more than ever in today's world, bro. Mad girls got tattoo sleeves. Why? Because they just want to deal with the pain. Mad girls are just lonely. Why? Because they are scared of being hurt. It's a part of life. You live and you learn.
now, if they're damaged or deeply hurt, rebounding, yeah, that's their excuse to do it. But a woman just that mentally, that's just not what they do.
Okay, we're going to...
This is why y'all feel so
We're
emotional.
going to pivot now, all right? And then we'll come back. We'll do a part two.
Yeah, Akon got me fucked up. Akon's X
Just
Factor.
stop.
I got him fucked up. You ain't seen my con yet. Clearly.
Okay. Nah, but look.
I'm just saying.
This is why I love having this man up here. He gonna speak his truth.
But it's
Agree with it or not.
I'm cool. I like the I like it because that's what creates the conversation. We need to get to know more about each other. I
Absolutely.
mean, as genders though, not even about men or women.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that what you're saying, it's just from your experience, it ain't the law. It's just what you've noticed.
Right.
Just like Heather's experience is going to be slightly different from yours, and we have these communications, and then Tracy can understand better where a man like you is coming from. Vice versa. I just like the conversation.
Me too.
Tammy in Florida says she agree with Akon. Ayana in Upstate says she agree with Akon.
That pretty much sums it up. He's just going to lay down the list of all the females that agree with Akon, and it's just only natural because coming from the male perspective, there's going to be more logic and less emotion. And like I said, every action has emotion in it, but the logic overpowers it when it's coming from a male that knows what the hell he's talking about, as opposed to the female live this life as a quote-unquote savage and have all these guys run through you and then wonder why your mileage is high and you're fucking reaching 40 years old and you're single with a couple kids and by yourself. It just doesn't add up. In my belief, I believe that you can have a wife and a concubine, but that's another story. When we living in Western civilization, you can either go with what they stipulate or you live on your own terms. You just don't have to get that paper signed. It's only a paper, you feel me? If you living in order and you know that you can have more than one woman, go ahead. Make it happen. Because a lot of brothers been practicing this shit anyway. You just didn't let her know. And go back to the 60s, 50s, and whatnot. Brothers didn't know that their grandfather was doing his business until they went to the funeral. Now he got a whole other family. You know what I'm saying? When they could have just been building that shit on one plantation, and they could have built whatever the hell they had planned. You know what I mean? We got brothers out here and multiple baby mothers. I know an individual myself, if he was to get his shit together, he could have both of his baby mothers under one roof with his kids. But what is he thinking? He's thinking about himself and he doesn't have his shit together. Just like a lot of individuals out here that are out here running rampant. They call themselves quote unquote African American, but don't take any stipulations or any guidelines from any countries in Africa. So how does that make any sense, bro? We have Akon right here, who's an African. I'm not sure what part he's from, but he's letting the so-called blacks, so-called African Americans of the USA know what time it is and letting them know that you can have more than one woman if you are able to. This is Western civilization basically built on European standards. This country is not for you if you are a so-called black American. Stop living to this society's standards. We all know about King Solomon. We already know that he had multiple wives, multiple concubines. He only fell because he started falling away from the Most High, period, point blank. When you want to deal with multiple women, you got to have them on your page. You cannot start falling into their beliefs, all this shit and all this other extra shit, because now that's going to take you out of your zone and you're going to start doing everything that these women do. When you start doing shit like that, now you're out of order. Now you don't have any structure. You don't know where anything's going, no guidelines, anything, bro. But a lot of brothers are fucking sloppy because they only thinking with the little head, and then they start thinking a little bit clearer once they pop that nut. Instead of thinking clear before you even jump aside the broad, you feel me? But that's another story for another day. Like I said, I believe a man could have more than one woman, but a lot of people have ego and pride. And just imagine this for a quick second. If all these females out here in Western civilization knew that a man could have more than one woman, I bet you they change the way they act. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.